Live from NBC4, this is the Channel 4 News at 4:30.
Opening doors and dialogue. The Muslim community reaches out to the Southland with an open invitation to their mosque. Good evening, I'm Kim Baldonado.
And I'm Fernell Chapman. Thanks for having us in. With the Muslim community under fire in the wake of terrorist attacks by extremists, many believe the open invitation to their mosques is an important step in bridging the gap of understanding and acceptance. Channel 4's Gina Kim is live at the Islamic Center in Reseda with the story. Hello, Gina.
Hi there, Fernell. All day long, non-Muslims have been coming in and out of this mosque, getting a warm greeting, getting a tour, and a crash course on Islam. And not just here in Reseda, about 60 mosques across the Southland opened their doors to the public today to set the record straight about their faith. Allahu Akbar. As Muslims worshipped across Southern California today, people were watching.
This is the prayer hall for the men.
People like Julia and Martin Furtak of West Hills, who before today had never stepped foot in a mosque.
Being Christians, we believe in a Father in heaven, which is Jehovah, or which is Elohim, and then Jehovah, and then the Holy Ghost. You just have Muhammad as your prophet?
Yes, we believe in Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, is the last prophet.
Hundreds of non-Muslims took advantage of Open Mosque Day in LA and Orange County to satisfy their curiosity about Islam and to foster better relationships between faiths.
We pray all day long too, but they're not such formal prayers. And it's just nice to see such a committed, devoted people.
About 7-8 years ago.
And that's just what Muslim Americans want out of this event, for the wider community to understand that the fanatic violence of extremist Muslims is shunned by most believers.
Islam itself does not promote any violence. They only heard the bad part. So they should come and face the Muslims who are a part of this country, who are a part of this society.
Just yesterday, the Pope had strong words for Muslim leaders in Germany, urging them to educate their youth against, quote, intolerance, violence, and cruel fanaticism.
Men and women can pray together.
The Jews, Christians, and others who visited the mosques today said events like these are a crucial first step.
What we don't know, we fear.
Especially what's going on in the world right now and the terrorist, if you will. I think it's important for us as Christians and other faiths in this area to get to know our Muslim brothers, because they're not the terrorists.
The Muslims we talked to today said at least here in the Valley, they have not seen a rise in hate crimes or vandalism following the London bombings. There are about 500,000 Muslims across Southern California. Live in Reseda, Gina Kim, Channel 4 News.
In Denver tonight, an autopsy on San Francisco 49ers football player Thomas Harrion was inconclusive after his sudden death after a game last night. This is video of Harrion walking off the field. He's number 72. The 23-year-old collapsed in the locker room just minutes after the game in Denver. He was taken to a hospital and pronounced dead shortly after. Harrion was 6'3", 310 pounds, fairly average for an NFL lineman, but considered obese within standards routinely accepted by the medical community. It's unknown if heat played a factor. It was only 65 degrees during the game. His cause of death will require toxicology tests that could take 3 weeks. Bill Seward will have league reaction and more later in sports.
Well, Kim, it was a perfect landing for the Space Shuttle Discovery at the Kennedy Space Center in Florida today. Discovery arrived back home this morning, riding atop a specially modified Boeing 747 jumbo jet. The shuttle will now be taken back to its hangar, where NASA officials will start working on solving the issue of foam falling off during launch.
Crews have removed a small plane from the ocean tonight after it crash-landed off the coast of Palos Verdes Estates yesterday. The single-engine Piper landed upside down in the shallow waters, but the pilot was able to walk away from it uninjured. He apparently reported engine problems as he was heading toward Long Beach Airport, then tried to get to Torrance Airport but couldn't make it. The wreckage is expected to be taken to Palmdale, where investigators will inspect it.
Authorities today seized a large and expensive amount of counterfeit merchandise during a local bust. It happened at a warehouse on Stanford Avenue in South Los Angeles, where police say they confiscated about 120,000 counterfeit Batman and Spider-Man action figures. They're worth an estimated $500,000. The owner of the business is now under arrest for trademark violations. It's the result of a 2-week undercover investigation that police say may lead them to at least 2 more counterfeiting locations. Kim?
Well, did you beat the heat today, or did it beat you? Once again, we've been battling a summer scorcher as some local communities inch toward triple digits. Forecaster Mike Chalitas has more. Mike.
Kim, it is hot, but silencio es oro. In other words, briefly translated, silence is golden. Let's take a look at Venice Beach, where it's just absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Lots of folks out at the beach, clear skies there. Mount Wilson hosting what else? A little bit of haze beneath it, but lovely, lovely sunshine. Visible satellite imagery shows just how conclusive the clear sky that we have above us is. A little bit of cloud cover nestled just to the west of Santa Barbara County along the coastline there. Other than that, Los Angeles County in pure sunshine. It is warm, though, out in the Antelope Valley. Temperatures, pressing the century mark. 99 now Palmdale. The IE is warm. 93 in Ontario. 112 in Palm Springs. 71 at the airport right now, and 72 degrees at Santa Barbara. Now, today was warmer than yesterday. Yesterday, warmer than the day prior, but we do have a cool down coming. When, where, and how much? Don't go anywhere, guys.
Thanks, Mike. In Iraq, ethnic and religious groups are clashing over a draft constitution, which U.S. diplomats are trying to broker, and they're trying to broker a deal. The deadline now less than 24 hours away. Meantime, more talk here at home on when the U.S. will pull our troops out of Iraq. NBC's Jennifer Johnson has the story now from Washington.
Iraqi women protesting the proposed constitution, saying it will leave them with no voice. Sunni negotiators, too, are calling on the international community to block the draft, fearing it gives too much power to the Shiite majority. The deadline is Monday, and U.S. diplomats are racing to broker a deal. A deal some say is critical to bringing peace to Iraq.
This constitution, this document, if they can come to agreement and a consensus on it, will be something to rally people.
As insurgents continue their campaign of terror, many U.S. lawmakers are concerned about what a top U.S. general said this weekend, that the Army is considering keeping 100,000 U.S. soldiers in Iraq for 4 more years.
I don't know where he's going to get the troops. He'll destroy our National Guard. He'll destroy our reserves. I mean, we're in trouble right now.
Some lawmakers are demanding a target date for U.S. troop withdrawal.
We cannot stay there till the very last insurgent is killed. We would be there for 100 years.
Even some Iraqi citizens say they want U.S. troops out as soon as possible.
Continuation of the invasion inside Iraq is something that is totally rejected by Iraqis. We are being humiliated every day in the streets by the soldiers, by the tanks.
Late Sunday, the White House released a statement saying U.S. troops will complete their mission in Iraq and that quitting now wouldn't help anyone except the terrorist killers.
President Bush will speak to worried Americans about the United States' future role in Iraq in 2 speeches this week. The first on Monday at the Veterans of Foreign Wars Convention in Salt Lake City. In Washington, Jennifer Johnson, Channel 4 News.
He's Olivia Newton-John's soulmate. But tonight, something may have happened to him. He's missing off our local coast. The latest on this mystery in a live report coming up at 5.
Plus, some freeway closures begin tonight, how they could affect your commute.
And what a new real estate report means to some local Southland neighborhoods.
Spice is back, and it's a brand new spy game.
I am your boss.
Their first undercover assignment.
Don't you know you never mess with a nun?
To rescue a spoiled pop star.
He's been kidnapped.
But how far will they go?
If you can't rescue him, your orders are to terminate him.
Kill him? You gotta be kidding. We're not assassins.
What are you doing?
I don't have a choice.
She Spies.
Watch She Spies tonight at 12:05 a.m.
As the sweltering days of summer come to pass, the time comes for an event so momentous it can't be missed. The Toyota Time Clearance Event. Now get $1,000 cash back on a new Camry, America's best-selling car. Or lease a new Camry sedan for just $249 a month for 36 months. Lease a new fun-to-drive Corolla for only $199 a month for 36 months. The clock's running, so catch this event now. With deals like these, everyone wins. That's moving you forward.
Clara is my home care worker. She helps me to live independently in my own home instead of a nursing home. But the governor has twice tried to cut her salary to minimum wage, and now he wants you to believe that Clara is what's wrong with California.
The governor has a secret plan to create anger against caregivers and other public workers by blaming them for what's wrong with California.
Instead of working with legislators for better health care, the governor is looking for people to blame.
People like me.
Man, the Mazda summer sales event could really be a problem. This Mazda 3 drives as good as they say.
And that tribute.
And there's the Mazda 6.
Oh, man.
Which reminds me, where's...
It's the Mazdas on the Move Summer Sales Event. During our model year-end clearance, get up to $3,000 cash back on a 2005 Mazda 6 sports sedan. Offers end September 6th, so get to your Southern California Mazda dealer now.
Firefighters in California and other western states will soon have some high-tech help in battling blazes. Remote-controlled spy planes, similar to those used by the military, are being tested to see if they can help track the direction and behavior of fast-moving wildfires. After the experimental flights of three unmanned planes this summer, the Forest Service says it will launch the first real-life deployment next spring. They'll cover a dozen western states, mapping real forest fires 24 hours a day.
Watch out for some freeway closures. In fact, you may want to avoid the 405 connectors to the 101 freeway and the Burbank Boulevard off-ramps this coming week. Why? Because they'll be closed during nighttime hours. That's due to a $6 million carpool lane project expected to be completed by mid-2007. Here now is a list of the closures. From 10 p.m. to 6 a.m., the Burbank Boulevard off-ramp to the northbound 405 will be shut down. From 9 p.m. to 6 a.m., 2 lanes of the southbound 405 will be closed at the 101 connector. And finally, between 10 p.m. and 6 a.m., the northbound 101 connector to the northbound 405 will be off limits.
The health care of the future is being tested right here in Southern California. Coming up, how some of these tests could one day save your life and help you when you're in need.
Plus, one local victory in the battle against graffiti. Could it help keep our community much cleaner? We'll be right back.
You would be outraged if someone told you where to live, what to wear, or what to eat. By not voting, you allow others to decide issues that greatly affect you and your family. Stand up and be counted. Register and vote. For more information, go to NBC4.tv and click on vote.
Think about the mountains you want to climb in the BMW X5, the corners you want to take, the hairpin turns you plan to find. Because it would be very un-BMW-like to have you thinking about brake pads, rotors, and oil changes. The BMW X5, the only SAV in its class with a standard full maintenance program.
Hey, I owe you $3. Love, Mom. I owe you $1. I owe you $3. Love.
Oh. Who wants cookies? What?
No matter what stage you're at in life, there's a Wells Fargo banker ready to listen and help. Get more with your checking. Get to your next stage.
Looking for blue whales? They're 80 feet long. They weigh over 120 tons. Their tail can flip your silly rubber raft like a pancake. I said they can flip your raft like a...
You think I'm crazy? We're going to the Aquarium of the Pacific.
Whales, a journey with giants. Now at the Aquarium of the Pacific. A multi-sensory experience of light, sound, and imagery as incredible as the blue whale itself. Encounter the largest animal on the planet. Whales, a journey with giants. Only at the Aquarium of the Pacific. You won't believe your eye.
For a limited time, Lincoln Mercury is extending our invitation to pay the same low prices our employees and their families pay. The Lincoln Mercury Family Plan. Through September 6th, get discounts on every 2005 Lincoln. For the second year in a row, Lincoln is the #1 nameplate in customer satisfaction with dealer service, according to J.D. Power & Associates. Now you can even drive the 2006 Navigator at this low family plan price. This offer ends September 6th. No hassles, no gimmicks. From the Lincoln Mercury family to the American family, welcome.
They talk, breathe, have heart attacks, and even give birth. but they're not human. They're robots, part of a unique program to train nurses here in Southern California. Channel 4's Kelly Mack has details.
Okay, Mr. Jones, we're going to listen to your lungs, okay? Check and see how that fluid's draining out.
Can you make that quick? It's really uncomfortable sitting here.
The patient, Mr. Jones, complains of chest pain and shortness of breath. But Mr. Jones is not flesh and blood. He and a group of other patients at the Nursing Skills Lab at Little Company of Mary Hospital in Torrance are computer-controlled interactive mannequins, adults, babies, that look and act like real-life patients. But don't call them dummies.
No, we call them smarties. Okay, they are way past the dummy stage. They can do breath sounds, they can do bowel sounds, we can suction their lungs, we can put them on ventilators. We can simulate any medical situation, from a simple, got a fractured leg, how do you move somebody, to a complete, crash C-section emergency situation.
So they can give birth?
They can give birth several times a day.
Okay, Mr. Jones, we're going to slide you up in bed a little bit.
Using a $1 million grant from the Schneider family in the South Bay, hospital officials have partnered with the nursing program at El Camino Community College in Torrance to create this extended campus inside the walls of the working hospital. The purpose, to ease a serious nursing shortage by graduating an additional 24 RNs every year.
The end run is, the long-term picture is, over 5 years, we're going to graduate 96 students. It's only going to average us about $20,000 per nurse graduated. A nurse for 20 years is going to touch 150,000 lives. That's a phenomenal living legacy.
For the students, working with these smarties prepares them to be comfortable and capable doing the same things on human patients.
We'll start off with the enemas and the catheters, and we also have the nasogastric insertion. So this is a great starting place for us all, I believe. And we can practice and practice, of course, to get it right.
Each smartie has interchangeable parts. Pull out one belly and insert another with a wound that the students can practice dressing. And this, a baby in utero, which students can practice getting through the mannequin's pelvic bones. There are even insertable cervixes in various stages of labor that students can feel for familiarity.
You want to put them in as real a situation as possible while they're learning their tasks, their techniques, their assessment skills, so that when they get into an actual patient care scenario where they're taking care of a real human being, they're very comfortable with everything that could go wrong.
Kelly Mack, Channel 4 News.
Now, the startup costs for this program are, well, they're rather high, about $250,000. But those involved with the project say it is a small price to pay for more nurses, the caregivers who may hold our hands at one time or another in the future.
A new study reveals why you may want to get a little extra sleep. Long-term sleep deficits can apparently lead to obesity. Although the reason behind this finding is not clear, researchers believe sleep deprivation can influence the activity of several hormones, including leptin, that suppresses appetite. The National Sleep Foundation says most adults in the U.S. get about 7 hours of sleep each night. That's 1 hour less than health experts recommend.
Well, we all know that gas prices are now at an all-time high. But come this winter, something else will probably cost a lot more. We'll explain in a moment.
Plus, the Southland community affected by a new housing report and what it means for local residents.
Also, pretty warm outside today, but what about the work week ahead? Your live pinpoint Doppler forecast is coming up.
And the Red Sox are making all the right plays against the Angels. Mario will have all the highlights coming up.
Mondays this fall, there's something in the water. One man knows the truth. He's from the Pentagon. One woman uncovered it. Two brothers will see one face to face. Something got him. And two boys, eggs, will bring them ashore.
Where are all the fish?
Surface, NBC Mondays this fall.
Over 30,000 California families made history when they became part of the Ford Family Plan. Now, it's been extended until September 6th. Get employee pricing on Ford cars, trucks, and SUVs, including F-150, the highest-ranked light-duty full-size pickup in initial quality by J.D. Power and Associates. Now, save over 30% off the MSRP on an F-150 regular Cab XL. Ford's family plan ends soon. See your Ford dealer today.
Thank you so much.
After you, yes.
Thanks. Wow, imagine a regular guy like me getting special treatment from a bank.
You're a regular guy?
Yeah.
Oh, dear.
A person's real worth should have nothing to do with their net worth. That's why at Washington Mutual, our free checking is free no matter who you are. Washington Mutual.
Just how low are insurance rates through the Auto Club? Well, imagine hundreds of dollars in savings burning a hole in your pocket right now. Don't wait till your current policy expires. Call 866-34-AUTO-CLUB or visit AAA.com for multi-policy discounts and more. Through the Auto Club, you could save $719. Get your quote today. Extra cash to burn a hole in your pocket. Call 866-34-AUTO-CLUB. Through all life's travels, we're always with you.
Don't you get it? She has nasal allergies.
He's right.
Pal, only Flonase is approved to treat nasal symptoms from outdoor and indoor allergies, plus year-round environmental offenders. Allegra's approved to treat nasal and non-nasal symptoms from just 1. Zyrtec and Claritin are approved to treat nasal and non-nasal symptoms from just 2. Only Flonase is approved to treat nasal symptoms from all 3. For best results, use daily. Side effects are generally mild and may include headache, nosebleed, or sore throat. Flonase. Ask your doctor.
Nice ride.
Thank you, Mocha Coca. Chrysler and Jeep came up on Buku Awards, and Dodge trucks last as long as the Deagle Double Chisel. Plus, I got the hookup, nephew, for sure.
You know, I'm not too sure of what you just said. Now everybody gets a great deal.
For shizzle, Ika Zizzle.
It's Employee Pricing Plus, our employee discount plus cash allowance on Chrysler, Jeep, and Dodge.
If the ride is more fly, then you must buy.
That's what I hear.
There are new concerns over the hot Southland housing market. A new USA Today survey ranks Riverside 4th on a list of the nation's most out-of-whack markets. And with talk of a real estate bubble, there are new concerns about the bubble bursting in the Inland Empire. Channel 4's Ross Becker has more.
It's just land and lumber, nails and pipes, but it all turns into a home, and that home turns into gold before it's even finished. New homes keep rising from the sand, and prices keep rising here too, and it turns out a lot more than almost anywhere else in the nation. A study conducted by a national bank corporation shows homes here in Riverside are overvalued big time. 60% overvalued. That's 4th in the nation. So that gold homeowners are counting on may turn out to be fool's gold.
Riverside's 4th on the list.
Right.
Does that surprise you?
No.
William Scott runs California Market Values. It's an appraisal service that values homes for sellers and buyers in Riverside County.
It's a little bit incestuous, isn't it? You know, one sale supports the other sale, and the trend is long. It's in this area. It's 9 years old, and historically, going back clear to the late 1800s. Real estate trends go up for roughly 9-10 years and then down for 9-10 years, and we're in the 9th year.
More and more people are putting their homes on the market, figuring it's time to cash out and cash in. But who's going to buy them? And will the banks even finance them anymore?
Not only that, it doesn't seem that people care how much a house costs. They only care about what the payment is.
Earlier this week, one local real estate agent here had 2 pages of homes listed for sale. Tonight, there are 8 pages. Riverside homeowners apparently are hearing the message. What goes up fast and far might just come down very hard.
As for the opposite, the most undervalued real estate, that distinction goes to College Station, Texas, where homes are 19% under market value.
Well, there's a new warning from the government this weekend. Get ready for higher heating bills this winter. More than half of U.S. homes use natural gas for heating. And the Energy Department says the price of natural gas and heating oil has risen at least 20% over last year. Advocates for the poor are bracing for an equally sharp rise in requests for help in paying heating bills. And they fear many of these requests will simply have to be turned down. No lack of heat outside today.
No, definitely not. Pretty warm out there, but will that continue? Here's Mike with our look at our pinpoint Doppler forecast. Mike.
We're going to do that. We're going to go out to Long Beach Shoreline Park. How about that? Isn't that nice? What is that guy stealing my yacht? Look at that. Caught him red-handed. All right, it is a beautiful day, and let's take a look at visible satellite imagery because we'll see just how clear things are. We alluded to this just a little while earlier in the broadcast, but look from San Diego County right up through Riverside, Orange County, as well, San Bernardino County, Los Angeles County, Ventura, Santa Barbara, heck, all the way up to Kearns County, and you'll see basically clear sky, marine clouds peeled well back off past the Channel Islands. A little bit of cloud cover nestled in right along the coastline, Santa Barbara County, but that is it. Temperatures look like this. It's warm in the IE right now with temperatures over 100 degrees in spots like Palm Springs, 111, was up to 112 earlier today, 99 Palmdale, 94 Ontario, 72 now downtown, and 77 degrees in Santa Ana. While things are quiet here and, nestled in with plenty of sunshine, that is not the case across a good bit of the United States. Four Corners high pressure providing monsoonal flow, which means thunderstorms throughout portions of Colorado and New Mexico. Fierce thunderstorms firing up across Louisiana. Did you hear that for now? And then all the way down to the southeast. Back home, it's high pressure that sits atop us right now. This is what is keeping us warm. At the same time, keeping our weather tranquil. Just a sort of a weak northwest flow here at the surface, giving us morning clouds, but that burn off very quickly because the marine layer's squash. It's pretty thin and doesn't take very long for that to mix out in the atmosphere. This is going to change, though, the next 24 to 48 hours. Here comes a little mid-level trough, sort of zooming down the coast as this approaches for tomorrow and as well for Tuesday and Wednesday. The marine layer will thicken up a little bit, more clouds that will persist longer into the morning hours, and we'll see cooler temperatures. So cooler, drier morning clouds that cover the coast and then well inland. Tonight, overnight lows for your Monday morning as you head off to work. 62 downtown, 61 Santa Ana, 59 Oxnard, and 62 degrees at Palmdale. So tomorrow, we see things start to change a little bit in the sense the temperatures will be a bit cooler for tomorrow with the forecast highs. 96 Lake Elsinore, 95 degrees Riverside, 77 degrees for Mission Viejo for the high, with sunshine during the afternoon hours, that's for sure. 82 Long Beach, 93 Glendale, 91 in Burbank, 73 Malibu, 91 degrees Santa Paula, and 71 degrees in Oxnard. Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, we start to cool off with temperatures only in the upper 70s to low 80s in the inland valleys. And there's a possibility, yes, it's a possibility that by late into the week, we could see some tropical moisture sneak up from what is now Hurricane Hillary. This will come nowhere close to us, but we could feel some of its moisture. So that means the possibility of late-day mountain thunderstorms by late in the week.
And humidity as well.
Yes, sir. You're all over that humidity, aren't you?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, that's my
nobody's
for
friend.
No, I don't think it is.
Thank you, Mike. Coming up, singer Olivia Newton-John says he's the love of her life, but tonight he's missing somewhere off the coast. Details coming up next at 5 in a live report.
Plus, why are they protesting California Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger in Boston tonight?
And coming up in a moment, a local crackdown on some dogs and their owners. We'll show you why.
She Spies is back, and it's a brand new spy game.
I am your boss.
Their first undercover assignment.
Don't you know you never mess with a nun?
To rescue a spoiled pop star.
He's been kidnapped.
But how far will they go?
If you can't rescue him, your orders are to terminate him.
Kill him? You gotta be kidding. We're not assassins.
What are you doing?
I don't have a choice.
She Spies.
Watch She Spies tonight at 12:05 a.m.
Here we go. Foot massage. Okay. Oh. Yeah, those never last long enough.
Great cheese comes from happy cows. Happy cows come from California. Real California cheese.
Hey, I owe you $3. Love, Mom. I owe you $1. I owe you $3. Love.
Who wants cookies?
What?
No matter what stage you're at in life, there's a Wells Fargo banker ready to listen and help. Get more with your checking. Get to your next stage.
Homestead House has come to the difficult decision to close their Touchstone Upholstery Factory. Own the finest furniture built to the highest industry standards at a fraction of what you'd expect to pay during the Homestead House Factory Closing Sale. The entire inventory of this heirloom quality furniture will be sold at huge discounts. Each piece will now become a genuine keepsake. But remember, this is your last chance. Once it's gone forever. For years, Southern California's finest homes have made a statement with Touchstone furniture from Homestead House. Now you can too.
Live from NBC4, this is the Channel 4 News at 5.